Just when you thought singer Olivia Rodrigo couldn't be any cooler, well, here she comes. Turns out her guitarist shares that Olivia Rodrigo pays for therapy for her crew and for her band members when they're on tour, which is really amazing. It's not something that I've heard about before, and it is incredibly important. Any thoughts that any of you listening may have about why, especially people who are on tour, might actually need therapy or benefit from therapy? If you think about kind of the touring environment, I can share as a psychologist who works and practices in Los Angeles, you end up working with some people who work in the entertainment industry. And I can tell you that the schedules that people keep, especially musicians who are touring, are really unusual. And so not only do the hours have to be disciplined in a really unusual way, so start times and end times are very different than the typical 9 to 5 job, but a lot of times it's the sleep that can get screwed up as well. So, for example, while a concert may end at 11 p.m. or even midnight, a lot of times you have someone who is on that stage in front of thousands of people at 3 in the morning with their head on the pillow, laying in bed, hearing a thumping bass, or the noise levels from the stage are unbelievable. And it can really carry over hours later into the night. So, that's just one example. But in addition, people leave their families, their friends when they're on tour. People leave their pets. And a lot of times it's those relationships with family, friends, and pets that kind of help keep people balanced and provide their sense of social support. Now, the truth is, on tour, one of the things that a lot of touring musicians really like about it is that they kind of form their own little families when they're on tour. But it's unusual, though, because even though that's a good thing when they're on tour, a lot of times, well, when the tour ends, guess what? They lose all of that social support that they're used to. It can feel like kind of a work, like camp environment. And it's a real loss a lot of times for musicians when the tour ends, or if it's actors, a lot of times when the movie shoot really terminates and then everybody goes back and gets dumped into their lives. So, just a giant cheers to Olivia Rodrigo for doing that, for making therapy accessible to her band, to all of her crew. I think that Olivia Rodrigo's dad is a therapist, so she probably has benefited from hearing that voice growing up about the importance of mental health. I am grateful as a mental health professional myself for celebrities like Olivia to help to destigmatize mental health. Good for you, Olivia. Thank you. Keep doing the work that you're doing. If only everybody had therapy, right?